Hi and welcome to this video. This is a first of a series that I am starting, and the series is on when you get engaged to the wedding day. I promised this when I did my first series on before you get engaged, the things you need to do or discuss with your partner. And so this is the second series, and what you're talking about is everything that happens after you get engaged. For example, coming up, deciding on a best couple, going for premarital classes, what it entails, things like wedding committee, is it even necessary, budgeting for your wedding, cutting on costs. So I'll be handling that in this series. If you're interested in such, or you know someone who is in the process or about to get into such a process, or someone who is still single and hope to one day go through this process, you can share with them and we continue the journey together, right? If you're new here, my name is Grace, and all I talk about in this channel is things to do with creating a good foundation for your marriage. So if you're interested in such kind of content, make sure to subscribe and you hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our content. If you've been here before, welcome back, and thank you for always supporting us, for the likes, for the comments, for the suggestions. We are grateful. So the first point on the engagement, I'll be starting with the men. The first one is most girls expect an engagement, if not all girls. So don't think your girl is too simple or too complicated to want an engagement. They will be expecting to get engaged, okay? Sometimes men take it so lightly, and then you find that your partner is like offended, that even in marriage you hear men saying, or ladies saying, my man never engaged me, yet they really got married actually. So just know that this is a stage of a relationship, asking the lady, will you marry me? All right. Then other thing is, it doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. So you might be fearing to ask her, will you marry me, because you think you have to get a very expensive ring, you have to do a very big presentation or event. It doesn't have to be that. Work within your means. I believe any lady who is serious about you, she will be okay with the ring that you give her, whatever amount of money it costs, okay? And there are varieties. You can get a very expensive one, or you can get a cheap one. You can always upgrade an engagement ring, and sometimes most people don't even wear their engagement rings after they get a wedding ring. All right, so don't feel pressured to do a very expensive thing that you don't have money for. If you have the money, you can go all out. All right, it doesn't have to be expensive. Work within your means. Don't go doing something that will dent you financially, all right? Because there's still a long journey. By the time you're getting married, you'll need a lot of money along the way, as you will see as we're doing the rest of the videos, okay? The other thing for the men is know your partner's preference, okay? When I was saying about something complicated, something expensive, there are ladies that will want maybe a big event where you have all their friends and partners present. But there are also ladies who want something small and private, where it's just you and her, maybe in a date, and you just pop the ring. So get to know what your partner's preference is, and so you can be straightforward and ask, or you can get clues from what she talks about. Maybe a friend has gotten engaged, and maybe she was the one who was actually planning the surprise engagement party. If your partner is the one doing all that for other people, trust me, they will expect the same, right? So those are the clues. You can also just hear what she says when she says engagements, the way people are, maybe engaged in an airport, engaged in maybe a mall, or a hotel. you can just, when these things happen, you can just throw in 1 or 2 questions. Hey, by the way, what do you think about that? What do you think about a party, an engagement party? They're most likely, if they are okay with that, they'll be like, hey, that's good. Or I even had a lady who chose her engagement ring, you know. They talked with her partner and she felt it was important for her to choose the engagement ring herself because she wanted it to be kind of the same, a good fit for her wedding ring, right? So just get to know your partner's preference. You know them better, so be creative in asking, be creative in bringing the topic up. Yeah, because this is a very big step, and if you mess it up, it will always be in your story. Yeah, when you're giving your love story, how your journey towards marriage, this part will always come up. So just be creative on how you ask your partner about what they expect. Another thing for the men, don't go on one knee or pop the ring for a lady if you've not yet discussed marriage. There's a whole series I did, as I've mentioned, that gives the things you need to talk about before you get engaged, before you even get married. So before you go giving a lady a ring, please talk about marriage. It's this engagement thing and even the wedding is just a very small part of your life. Marriage is for a lifetime, so it's best to talk about marriage before you even put a ring on her finger. All right, so get to know the process, get to know. You can go to the series. I'll be putting a link on this video in the description, so you can watch the series that I did, and you can also discuss more than what I had shared there. So make sure you're clear that this is what you want and this is what she wants before you ask her to marry you. Okay, then we go to the ladies now. So for the ladies, number 1 is you don't have to say yes. When a man gives you a ring, if you're not certain that this is what you want, if this is what you want to get married to this person, it's better to have the engagement broken than to get into marriage and start having problems that you would have not had if you just said no. So it's not a must. Even if all your friends are there, it will be embarrassing and all. It is better for your peace to just say no. You don't have to say yes just because the person has gone all out for the engagement. Okay, the other thing, be clear. I've said to the men that they should get to know your preference, right? But for the ladies, you also need to be clear on what you want. When someone starts asking questions, don't expect a man to read your mind. Don't expect him to know your expectations without you saying them. All right, so if someone starts throwing in clues and they just want to know, or asking straightforward what you want, just be very clear and let them know what you want. Okay, if probably you want maybe you first do the traditional wedding before an engagement, you want a big engagement party, not a small private one, you don't have to say like straightforward, but you can say, hey, by the way, you saw the way this and this they did that, this couple did that, hey, but that's a really good thing to do, you know. I think an engagement, before someone gets engaged, but I think it's good the man goes first to the dad and you know, gets approval from the parents first before they go asking a lady out. Or I think where, you know, family members are present and close friends are present. I think it's a really, really nice way to put an engagement party like that. You know, just give clues and be clear, because if the man doesn't know what you really want, he will do things his way, and you might feel frustrated and disappointed, yet you had an opportunity to just throw in the clues. Okay, the other thing is, don't complain forever. Your man might mess up. He might not do things perfectly the way you expect. Okay, you can express your frustration, but don't make it a lifetime complain. Like, even in marriage, you're still complaining about the engagement. Okay, I don't think it is right, because you'll also make mistakes. Even in marriage, you'll make mistakes, and you don't want this person calling you out for every mistake you did when you were dating, or, you know. So if there's a problem that has happened, you can even leave it out when you're saying your love story. You can leave it out. If probably things happen, maybe the ring is too big or too small, you know. And by the way, this goes to the men. You can talk to the store when you're buying, and if you can ask them, if the ring doesn't fit, can I come with my girl? And she gets another ring, right? So, you know, there are things that happen. They might have forgotten to invite the people that you wanted. So don't make it a whole big deal. Just be kind. Don't complain forever. The other thing for the ladies is, don't engage the man. Okay, don't be the one that is going down on one knee. This is because, one, culturally we know the men are the ones who go on one knee, come up with a ring. But I also think, as we all know, men have ego, and he wants to be the one who asked you, not you asking him. So you can, like I said, you can give clues, you can ask. If you want to get engaged and get into marriage, and this man doesn't seem to be taking the right steps towards that, you can just ask him, where is this relationship going? What is your plan for this relationship? That is a straightforward question, but that doesn't say, will you marry me? You know, that is like, what is your plan for this? You know, and he might say, oh, I'm still praying about it, or whatever answer they give, and then you will know whether you will get engaged or you're not getting engaged. But don't be the one buying the ring. Don't be the one going down on one knee. No, let the man do that. Men have ego. He will always want to feel that he's the one who did this, and it was not out of pressure. Don't go pushing him. Don't go telling people to talk to him to get you engaged. No. If a man is not ready to engage you, even if he puts a ring on your finger, trust me, he will not behave engaged. And even if you push him to a point that he marries you, he will not behave married if he was not ready for it. So don't force it. Don't push it. You can ask for clarity. If someone is ready, they will move ahead with it. If they're not ready, they will tell you, and then you can break off the relationship. Okay, so those are the tips I had for both men and the ladies for the engagement. I hope you've gotten one or two things. If you have more, you can give in the comment section. Thank you for watching to the end, and I hope to see you in the second part of this series. Thank you, and God bless you.